Hi, Rich and
Nico.
Nico with our little homestead. And today something really exciting happened. So the birthday present has finally arrived. How does it make you feel, dear?
Happy? I'm really excited about it, honestly. We've been waiting for a freeze dryer. We've been wanting to buy one for a long time, so we finally got one. So we're gonna do an unboxing for you.
Okay, so ours came in obviously a big box and a smaller box. When it showed up to my work, because I had shipped to my work, it has docks and all that good stuff, I was able to load it onto the back of the truck with a forklift. Well, now that we're home, I don't have a forklift, so I'm gonna use the Rich lift and get this thing down out of the truck, hopefully successfully. If not, it might be the worst birthday present ever. Be like, oh my god, look what I got you, you know. But anyways, so it did come in two boxes. The first box, I believe, was the pump and some accessories. Super heavy. This box is not nearly as heavy, however, it does not have a bottom. So the unboxing of the freeze dryer will be in the back of the truck. Whoa. I can't even believe we got one of these. You want to see what she looks like?
Pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. The door looks good. That's some thick glass on there. Nice heavy rubber gasket. So, this is the beast.
All right, we're gonna open the second box that came. We did order extra trays, and they did give us extra oil.
Ooh.
Nice.
Look at all this fancy stuff. So here we have our 8x12 Mylar bags. Our oxygen absorbers. What's in this box? Oh, that's our impulse sealer. Nice. Our oil. 3 of them. Power cord and drain hose. What's this? Oh, our Brita light
Oil filter.
And then we should have 8 trays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trays. And a Harvest Right owner's manual. It says stop. Please contact Harvest Right with all inquiries. Do not contact your local retailer. Cool, man.
We took it out of the box. The shelving unit was tilted to the side like they all are. And we weren't sure if the orange pads went at the top or at the bottom, but they go at the top. So the silver's down, and then you put your trays on the silver part of the shelf. So our Harvest Right came with the Brita type filter for the oil. So you just take this piece, it just fits down in there. Fits in there, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to unbox the pump. We got the standard pump.
It reminds me of the thing that the Ghostbusters
That's literally what it looks like.
slid on the ground to capture the ghosts. It's heavy. It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah, sit it on the lightweight box. That always works.
There she is.
There she be.
Yay.
Hopefully you can see it.
I can see it, yep. That's the standard pump. So we're going to put the oil in. Well, Rich is going to put the oil in.
First step, remove on the standard pump the red cap. That's your fill cap. And then what we're going to do with the oil that they provided, obviously, oil fill level. We're going to fill it right to there. So I should have a small funnel.
So we'll keep an eye on the fill line. It's starting to register on there now. Everybody said it takes about 1.5 of the small bottles.
That was 1.
That little metal thing is what's supposed to register?
Right there, at that line.
How?
Are we looking?
It's starting to come up. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Like just a hair more, literally.
Oh.
Yep, we're good. Stop.
Okay,
So
that was
we don't want to overfill it. And
approximately 1.5.
we're right at the line. So.
Okay, so we've replaced the cap for the oil fill. Our pump has a sufficient amount of oil. Now this guy here, this is the pump hose, which connects the pump to the freeze dryer. And on this, it says not to add any Teflon tape. It might interfere with the O-ring that's in there. And they also said that hand tightening is sufficient. There we go. Now if you look over here, hopefully you can see it. Here's where the hose connects to the freeze dryer itself. Again, hand tighten, no Teflon tape. Do not cross the threads. It should, try not to block the shot, but just thread on there really easy. If you're having trouble threading that on there, then you're doing something wrong. And that is hand tight. Okay, so this is a really important note here. This cord here that is connected to the pump itself, this plugs into the freeze dryer. This does not plug into the wall. The freeze dryer controls this pump. There is an outlet on the back side of here, the freeze dryer itself, where this plugs right in. It is beside the main power cord outlet for the freeze dryer itself. This plugs into the freeze dryer, which plugs into the wall. The cord that's on the pump plugs into the freeze dryer, not the wall. Okay, so over here on the left side of the harvest right, you reach your fingers in this hole here, and that is where your drain valve is. Hopefully you can see. It kind of takes a little bit of wiggling, but you just pull it out. Inline means this valve is open and will drain water. When it goes perpendicular, that closes that valve and now will not drain water. The Harvest Right provides this as your drain hose, and it is to go down to a bucket, which I have positioned below. It just slides on there like so. You can see that. You don't want it pinched, that would be bad. So I might have to reposition my bucket, because you see how it's where my bucket is, it's kind of pinching it. So I'll have to reposition our bucket. Right now, the valve is closed. The drain line is on there. I do have a bucket. I'm just gonna have to move it back a little bit so that it doesn't pinch the hose here. So the setup of your Harvest Right is crucial, just like with any machine. It needs oil, needs electric, all those certain things. But the most important things are, make sure that your pump has oil, that your pump is plugged into the machine itself, Make sure this door makes good contact with this rubber seal. Make sure your trays are properly aligned. Make sure that your valve, your water valve here, is shut and that your hose is connected and going into a bucket or drain. And then, of course, if you have a 220, this is a medium, so we only have a requirement of 110. Make sure that it has a proper power. Outside of that, we're gonna let sit for 24 hours, let the coolant settle or whatever coolant does inside a refrigeration system.
All right, now we're gonna run the first step, which is a function test, and see how it goes.
So the first thing you do, I guess, is press the Harvest Right logo on the upper left-hand corner. And from here, your functional test screen will come on. And you can see here, freeze, heater, vacuum, auxiliary relay. And what this test is going to test is the freeze and the vacuum. The first thing we're going to do is turn the freeze to on with the little toggle switch. You just touch it. We can hear the condenser kick on. And now we have to let this freeze for 30 minutes. There's another important step. We have to make sure that our drain valve is turned off during this step. So it is in the perpendicular position. So our 30 minutes is up on the freeze function test. The next step is to turn on with the toggle switch your vacuum. Yep. Okay, so our freeze function test has completed. It's been 32 minutes. Now what we have to do is turn on our pump at the pump. The pump is now on. And if you go up here to the control screen, we're going to turn the vacuum on. So we're just going to, maybe. There it goes. And we can hear the pump running. We're going to do this until the millitors drop to 500 or below. You can see they're already dropping pretty rapidly. And if they do drop to 500 or below, then it has been a successful test, function test of the freeze dryer. And then we can do our test batch or our break-in batch. Okay, so if you can see our millitor here, it has now reached 500 or below. So we've had a successful function test of the machine. So now when we hit done, because the test has been successful, that automatically kills the freeze and the vacuum. So if we go back to that screen, see how they're both toggled off now? And now we can come over here to the drain valve and we can open up the valve by turning it in line with the hose. And you can hear it releasing pressure, I'm assuming.
All right, so now we're gonna do our test bread run. On average, I don't know how long it takes. We didn't pre-freeze the bread, just out of curiosity.
This is gonna get out the new car smell, as they call it. Love that.
I guess all we do is hit start.
Select your pump. We have the standard oil pump.
Did it hit?
It's save, I guess. Wait 15 minutes before loading tubing.
Whoops. I think we'll be fine now. So now we're freezing, and we just wait. All right, so we have our bread run in, and we will come back when it's all done.
Fingers crossed. Yee. So everything worked as it should. We did, how long ago? About 14 hours?
Probably, yeah.
Give or take. So we're ready to start. We're ready to start, yeah, doing our thing. So I hope this video is helpful. And we're gonna do some more freeze drying now, man. So we got canning to do, we got freeze drying to do, we got a little bit of everything to do. So until next time, keep freeze drying.